First Steps was supposed to include John Malkovich as Red Ghost, a classic Fantastic Four villain from 1963, so why isn't he in the movie? In an interview with Variety, Shakman says that cutting Malkovich's scene was necessary to deliver the best possible final cut. There was a lot of stuff to balance in this movie, and some things had to go. John is one of my favorite humans and one of my biggest inspirations. It was heartbreaking not to include him. So what did First Steps actually lose when Red Ghost didn't make the cut? Marvel's Red Ghost is a genius Soviet-era scientist who kind of replicated how the Fantastic Four got their powers by exposing himself and his 3 Super Apes to cosmic rays. This gave the Red Ghost himself the power to become completely intangible. Igor, a baboon trained to use firearms, became a shapeshifter. Meanwhile, the orangutan mechanic Piotr gained the power to control magnetism, and Miklo, the pilot gorilla, gained super strength. These guys actually have a long history fighting the Fantastic Four. Before we continue, a spoiler warning. This next part includes major spoilers for the Fantastic Four First Steps. While John Malkovich doesn't appear in First Steps, Red Ghost still has a quick cameo in the Easter egg rich opening montage, when the movie reveals the Fantastic Four's Rogues Gallery from the early 60s. For comparison, this sequence was originally longer, featuring Malkovich as Red Ghost fighting the Fantastic Four with his Super Apes. And between these two options, a speedy cameo was likely the better way to utilize Red Ghost. Unlike Harvey Elder aka Mole Man, Red Ghost doesn't have a larger role in the third act, so while cutting Malkovich robs the MCU of a highly promising character actor, Shakman's decision streamlined the plot and cut First Steps down to just 114 minutes. As Shakman explains, when we were building a 60s retro future world, there was a lot of stuff to balance in this movie, and some things had to go, ultimately, in terms of shaping the film for its final version. And finally, this brings us to the big question. For now, we don't know whether John Malkovich will still play the Red Ghost in some future MCU project, or if they're dropping the character. Marvel, Shakman, and Malkovich are yet to comment on the matter, but based on Red Ghost's comic book history, there's a chance he could return to the big screen. A scientist loyal to the USSR, Red Ghost hails from the same Cold War vein that birthed the MCU's espionage thrillers. At one point, Dr. Doom turns Red Ghost and his Super Apes into his pawns, and in another, Red Ghost allies with a former Latvian Prime Minister to take a shot at Doom. In the comics, Red Ghost has also aided Mole Man, who notably allied with the Fantastic Four in the ending of First Steps. So while Malkovich didn't get to debut as Red Ghost in the movie, there could still be a place for him in MCU Phase 6. But what do you think? Does the MCU need John Malkovich's Red Ghost? Tell us in the comments, and thanks for watching Screen Rant.